So this is one of my favorite Bible quizzes. It's Bible verses about love. And what's a better topic than love in the Bible? Because honestly, I think they're almost synonyms. Like what God wants for you has a lot to do with love. So let's just jump into this quiz, see how much you know about it. Number one, which verse begins, "For God so loved the world"? Hmm. Which verse begins, "For God so loved the world"? Is it John 3:16, Romans 8:28, C, 1 Corinthians 13:4, D, Matthew 22:37? Hmm. Which verse begins, "For God so loved the world"? Answer is A, John 3:16, a classic. Explanation: John 3:16 is one of the most famous verses in the Bible, stating, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life." This verse is often called the gospel in a nutshell because it beautifully summarizes God's love. Wow. Number two, love is patient, love is kind, is found in what chapter? That sounds like a song. Love is patient, love is kind, is found in what chapter? A, Romans 12, B, 1 Corinthians 13, C, Ephesians 5, D, Galatians 5. The answer is B, 1 Corinthians 13. Explanation: often referred to as the love chapter, gives us a poetic and profound description of love. This chapter is frequently read at weddings, but it's also a reminder for everyday life. Love isn't just about grand gestures, it's about patience, kindness, and selflessness. So true. And you do hear that a lot at weddings. It's a great chapter. I'm going to enjoy this quiz. All right, number 3. According to 1 John 4:8, what is God? According to John, what is God? A, spirit, B, love, C, truth, D, light, E, all of the above. Should have put that in there. The answer is B, love. To go with the theme of the quiz. Explanation: 1 John 4:8 famously declares God is love. This simple yet profound statement means that love isn't just something God does, it's who he is. Everything about God's nature and actions flows from his love. How cool is that? Okay, so this is a great explanation. I love that. Number 4, greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Is found in what book? Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Is that A, Luke, B, John, C, Matthew, or D, Mark? Answer is B, John. Explanation: John 15:13 reminds us of the ultimate act of love, laying down one's life for others. Jesus spoke these words to his disciples, foreshadowing his own sacrifice on the cross. It's the highest expression of love, showing that true love involves self sacrifice. And you can do this in many ways for the people you love. It doesn't have to be full on, you know, like that. It like doesn't have to be so extreme, but just little acts can go a long way. Number 5, which book says hatred stirs up conflict, but love cures all? But love covers all wrongs. Hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers all wrongs. Mm. The answer is B, Proverbs. Amazing proverb. Proverb 10:12 teaches that love has the power to heal and restore relationships, while hatred creates division. Love works like a soothing balm, covering and forgiving wrongs. It's a reminder that love is a powerful force for peace. That was like a song. Love is like a soothing balm, covers up all wrongs. Number 6, which book does Jesus say, "A new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you, so you must love one another"? So in which book does Jesus say that? Is it A, Matthew, B, Mark, C, Luke, or D, John? Love one another. Answer is D, John. In John 13:34, Jesus gives his disciples a new commandment to love one another just as he has loved them. This wasn't just a suggestion, it was a command. Jesus set the example, and now he calls us to follow in his footsteps by loving others selflessly. Selflessly. Number 7, love your neighbor as yourself is part of which commandment? Is it A, the first commandment, B, the second commandment, C, the third commandment, or D, the fourth commandment? You know this one if you did my commandment quiz. We went over this. Love your neighbor as yourself. The answer is B, the second commandment. Such a powerful, powerful commandment. Jesus summarized the entire law with 2 commandments, and the second one is love your neighbor as yourself. It's a simple yet profound principle. Treat others with the same care and respect that you'd want for yourself. Imagine how the world would change if everyone followed this rule. So true. Kind of like the golden rule. It's a beautiful sentiment. Number 8, according to 1 Corinthians 16:14, what should be done in love? A, everything. B, charity. C, prayer. D, worship. Interesting. Because worship and prayer and charity should be done in love, but is it A, everything? Should everything be done in love? Yes, it's everything should be done in love. Beautiful. These are great. Explanation 1 Corinthians 16:14 says, do everything in love. This verse encourages us to make love the driving force behind all of our actions. Whether we're working, helping others, or even disagreeing, love should always be motivation. I really love this explanation, honestly. I feel that passion is love and that we should be more passionate in everything we do. Number 9, which book contains the verse, above all, love each other deeply because love covers over a multitude of sins? Is it A, James, B, 1 Peter, C, Hebrews, or D, Colossians? Answer B, 1 Peter. Explanation 1 Peter 4:8 encourages us to love each other deeply because love can cover many sins. This means that when we love others genuinely, it can lead to forgiveness, reconciliation, and healing in relationships. Love has a way of soothing out even the roughest edges. Number 10, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth, is found in which epistle? A, Romans. B, Galatians. C, 1 John. Or D, 2 Corinthians. The answer is C, 1 John. Did you know that one? Explanation 1 John 3:18 reminds us that love isn't just something we say, it's something we do. True love is shown through actions, not just words. It's a challenge to live out our love in practical, tangible ways, making a real difference in the lives of others. We are halfway done. Congratulations. Have you gotten 10 out of 10? That's okay. If you got 8 out of 10, even 5 out of 10, even 1 out of 10, I bet you could redo this and get a perfect 10 out of 10. And that's what it's all about. It's not about being perfect. It's about getting a little better, spreading a little love, building that connection with God. Let's continue. Number 11, which verse says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you? Is it A, Luke 6:27, B, Matthew 5:44, C, Mark 12:31, or D, John 15:12? Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. I like that. I like it a lot. It's B, Matthew 5:44. Explanation. In Matthew 5:44, Jesus takes love to a whole new level by telling us to love our enemies and pray for those who persecute us. It's not easy, but it's the kind of radical love that can change hearts and lives, including our own. Number 12, which book tells us that perfect love drives out fear? Is it A, James, B, 1 John, C, Romans, or D, 2 Timothy? Perfect love drives out fear. Should be a movie slogan. Answer B, 1 John. 1 John 4:18 says, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear." This verse reminds us that when we are secure in God's perfect love, fear loses its grip on us. It's a comforting promise that love truly conquers all, even fear. Number 13, whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love, is found in which book? Wow. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. Amazing. A, 1 Corinthians. B, 1 John. C, Galatians. D, Ephesians. Which says that it's amazing. B, 1 John. Let's give it up for 1 John. That's an amazing one. Okay, 1 John 4:8 hits home with this simple truth. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. This verse challenges us to reflect God's nature in our own lives by loving others. It's a pretty clear indicator of our relationship with Him. Nice. Which book contains the verse, "Love does no harm to a neighbor, therefore love is the fulfillment of the law"? Which book contains, "Love does no harm to a neighbor, therefore love is the fulfillment of the law"? A, Romans. B, Galatians. C, Hebrews. D, James. Answer is A, Romans. Explanation. Romans 13:10 reminds us that love is the essence of God's law. If we truly love our neighbors, we won't do anything to harm them. It's as simple as that. Love doesn't just follow the rules, it fulfills the law completely. Number 15, which gospel records Jesus saying, "As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love"? A, Matthew. B, Mark. C, Luke. D, John. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. Answer D, John. Did you get that one right? Explanation. John 15:9 is a beautiful reminder of Jesus' love for us. Just as the Father loves him, he loves us, and he invites us to remain in that love. It's an invitation to stay connected to the source of all love and let it flow through our lives. Number 16, which book tells us love must be sincere, hate what is evil, cling to what is good? Love must be sincere, hate what is evil, cling to what is good. A, Romans. B, 1 Corinthians. C, Ephesians. D, Chamber of Secrets. That's a... Oh, okay. Answer A, Romans. Chamber of Secrets. Romans 12:9 encourages us to let our love be genuine and without hypocrisy. True love isn't just about warm feelings. It's about choosing to hate what is evil and cling to what is good, reflecting God's heart in our actions. There better not be any more Harry Potter references in here. Number 17. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Is found in which book? A, Matthew. B, Mark. C, John. D, Luke. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Is found in which book? Answer C, John. Explanation. In John 15:12, Jesus commands us to love each other just as he has loved us. This isn't a suggestion, it's a command from the one who laid down his life for us. When we love like Jesus, we show the world what God's love looks like. That's cool. Number 18, which verse says, "And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity"? Which verse says, "And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity"? Answer C, Colossians 3:14. It reminds us that love is the glue that holds all other virtues together. Kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience are all important, but love is what binds them perfect unity. Without love, even the best virtues fall apart. Nice. Kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Such good qualities. Number 19. Which book says, and now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. All right, so which book says, and now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Answer A, 1 Corinthians. Explanation: 1 Corinthians 13:13 concludes the famous love chapter by emphasizing that love is the greatest of all virtues. Faith and hope are essential, but love is the greatest because it's eternal and reflects the very nature of God. Number 20. Which verse says, "Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth"? So which verse says, "Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and truth"? The answer is C, 1 John 3:18. 1 John 3:18 challenges us to move beyond just talking about love. We're called to put it into action. It's easy to say we love someone, but true love is demonstrated through our deeds and truthfulness. After all, love is a verb. I love that. Maybe it's just I said love 100 times right now, but way to go. Thank you for completing it. Comment your score down below. Did you get 20 out of 20? Unlikely. 18 out of 20 is still an A. 15 out of 20, you're doing great. And I bet if you were to retake this quiz, you would get a 20 out of 20. You would ace it. They would start calling you ace because you would get a perfect score. As always, I hope you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day. This has been my favorite quiz so far. The Bible verses about love is so powerful, so beautiful. Hilarious little Harry Potter reference in there. And I just hope you guys are having a wonderful day, a blessed day. And I'll see you in the next